Hello everyone. Good morning. My name is Ankit Kansara. I'm an architect by profession, founder and CEO of Virtual Building Studio. Here you can see our journey. We have started Virtual Building Studio in 2015 after returning from UK. Virtual Building Studio was set up with the objective of providing comprehensive end-to-end customized services and solution to the AEC industry globally. Our vision is to become most innovative AEC service provider globally powered by the digital technology. And VBS provide 360-degree AEC services starting from 2D to 7D scan to beam, family creation and consulting services to the AEC industry. I've got four things today in this for this presentation. The number one is what is BIM, benefits of BIM, integrated digital delivery, and common challenges. So why we need BIM? As we all know, AEC industry stakeholders, architects, engineers, contractors, builders, we face problems like ineffective coordination, collaboration issues, digital. There is no digital platform for information exchange, and this leads to decreased productivity, increased project cost, high construction waste, and decreased building quality. The solution, as you can see the extent of problem here, there are two clear. One is the traditional method, another one is the beam method. So project participants, as you can see in traditional method, it's fragmented and hierarchical, whereas in beam method they are open and collaborative. The technology in traditional method is paper based, as you can see on left. The beam based technology is centralized and you can collaborate collectively, you can share and manage, and that's why the beam is introduced. So beam stands for building information modeling. The countries using beam, I almost all the developed and developing countries have started using beam. It's mandatory in many of the governments, so usage is going very high day by day. How to apply beam, where to apply beam? As you can see here, you can apply beam from pre-design state to design state, tender stage, construction and management, and facility management stage. So beam is useful in the entire project life cycle: design, build and operate. As you can see here, starting from bid to design to build, BIM can be used at any stage, and you can take a benefits out of it. So, what are the benefits of BIM? Here, I've listed the few benefits of BIM: cost reduction and time save. This is the biggest benefit for the owner. Coordination, sustainability, design options are the biggest benefits for the design team. Whereas the quantity, managing construction, procurement efficiency, quality of construction, this is very good for general contractor, project managers on site. And even the facility management, life cycle assessment is the greatest benefits for the facility managers and owners. So BIM can be used by all the stakeholders in the different manner. So what is the real solution? I know we all have failures implementing Beam. Though we have used Beam, we didn't get successful projects, right? And I heard from many of stakeholders when I meet people, they say that I implemented a Beam, but I didn't get the benefit what people generally said. And why this thing happens? So the real solution is IDD, which is integrated digital delivery. As you see here, the real solution, starting from beam, it's from beam to vdc to idd. So and you can see here the development from beam to vdc idd clearly. So scope of idd, what is idd is integrated design delivery. So these are some four main areas where idd applied. So it's a digital design, digital manufacturing, digital construction and digital asset. Let's start with the digital design. So people working in design don't necessarily have experience of doing manufacturing or precasting or prefabrication, and that's why it's important to use digital design. And you have seen the AR, VR, and many other technologies used in designing. So, uh, people from the consultant background, they've seen these 3D environments everywhere. Digital fabrication. Digital fabrication is crucial. It's a much better environment to work for a workers in the enclosed in the enclosed environment, in the air conditioning. So they are not exposed to the external weather condition. To do more fabrication, we have to do more manufacturing. Digital construction, we have to look for everything from RFID through drones, through augmented reality and virtual reality for digital construction, as you can see in the diagram. Digital asset management. So it's asset delivery and management. Unfortunately, people who design the building never experience uh, they never have experience of constructing the building or fabrication of the building or fabrication and assemblies, right? So we manufacture, so the designer who designed the building, they actually manufacture problems into the building, and the facility manager who running and don't tell us what we have to fix going forward. So we need better engagement between the designer and between the facility management and owners. That's very essential and crucial. So challenges, as you can see here, under each of these domains, our key challenges are listed, which are basically, it's not this. I mean, basically creating model and design phase, which can be used for the all subsequent phases. For example, let's say digital design. I've seen people create a digital design, create a 3D model, create a BIM model, but it's not used for the subsequent phases of the projects. So this is just an example. So digital information are mostly segregated. Great need to integrate across value chain for greater effectiveness. As you know, said picture speaks thousand words. The one of the Greek and Roman Empire, guys, this picture speaks. The guys who is laying bricks, and one thing you will notice in this Roman Empire was the architect and owner sitting and instruction, giving the instruction to the people, right? So what's not happening in modern construction is we need much closer integration, and that's why I like what happened in projects like Malaysia. So nowadays, managers and owners and architects not sitting, staying on the site and manages the people. And that's why we need a most integrated construction approach. So here I would like to show you one small case study of the metro project that we worked. We were a small part of that project. So very quickly, let's look. I mean, you must have, if you are a construction industry for last 10 years and you have seen this kind of videos, rendering videos and walkthroughs to show the contractors and to show the owners. Now you see this is the detail architectural model here. You see the great level of details. The model was built with the great level of details of architectural elements. This is situation where we're building for the different models architecture. This is a structural model where you can see the steel structure, concrete structure, diaphragm walls and all the details. The similar way we have done MEP models as well. All the services and design in 3D environment is built here. I mean that all the services are here, so you can easily see, and it can be integrated, and all the models can be coordinated simultaneously, right? So all the services are also integrated, like air conditioning, drainage, vesting, safety and many other services. Then we use this complicated, all this model incorporated with each other, and we see the coordination, collaboration, and we also do the constructability reviews. We use slightly more advanced technology, laser scan to beam here. We scan existing station with the accuracy of 5 mm and create a reference as built drawing. So the design model for the future is completely coordinated with the existing condition. So we can tie two things together, virtual environment and the existing environment, right? So that's how we created the as-built model and integrated our future model with the existing model. So drone, I hope how many people you have used drones, right? And I'm sure that many of you have crashed into trees like me. So drones had been used extensively in this project. Unlike a traditional survey, we use drones to capture the high resolution pictures, and from that pictures we can see the entire progress of the site. So this is a sequence of pictures taken by a drone 100 meter off the ground, and you can see if anybody who is into a photography, these are very very high resolution photographs. See this little yellow box, this I me and my colleague, you can see sitting on the site and flying the drawings. 3D model. So we take high resolution picture and process them in computer and make a 3D model. This is called a 3D photogrammic model. You can take photographs in 2 hours and process them in next 2 hours instead of traditional survey, which takes about a week. It's faster than that. So it's within a day we can take in a 2 hours photographs, 2 hours survey, and 2 hours for a processing, and the whole site is ready. Like you can see here now, you can use your virtual model overlaps with the 3D and check the actual projects of the site. Even you could manage the distance of the piles, right? So this is the benefit of using this integrated digital delivery approach. So you can, even you have a multiple layers, you can on and off, you can overlap your site and check the progress. It's a great tool, critical tool to monitor the progress and monitor the existing progress as well as see the future challenges. Here there are another station and traditional photographies. Just to see the every station we applied the same methodology. GIS, but what I want to show here is it's a GIS, which is Geographical Information System. We put this model online using web browser. Here you can see a design model and photogrammic 3D model overlaps each other. It's secure, and the it's on the web browser. It's secure. Don't think that it's not secure. It's a secure. All participants can look at current site situation, future construction, and all have their views. Participants can comments, see the responses, and check. It's very critical for design and construction team. I hope you understand that how the two models, you have multiple layers which you can on and off, and every stakeholder, whether it's a designer, it's a project manager, it's a planning manager, everybody, procurement guy, they can see, check, and understand where the actual progress is and what they want to check, right? It's not only building, we design. It's not only about building, we design the full infrastructure, underground services, tunnels, and multiple other things. As you can see here in this image, the tunnels have been built with a great level of details. These are the great level of details used, the side walkways, hangars, and multiple other things. It looks pretty easy here, but everything is designed by the different specialist contractor, and we have to collate everything into one and do the coordination. That's why it's a tough one. I have to say proudly here that we also use quantity surveys. So 5D quantity takeoff has been done using the same technology. Construction planning and quantity takeoffs, we run the entire schedules into it. The kind of a software we use, entire schedules. We check the existing buildability. We check their quantities. We build everything based on that. We also check for future projections, right, for the quantity and the cost. So everything is measured from the online approach. So everybody has the right and they can see the level of details based on their rights. So use 5D model, a progress on site, and it helps us a lot to forecast. It's a very powerful monitoring tool. Can you see, if I click, you can see the data of walls, diaphragm walls, their quantities. So if I have multiple contractors, I can group based on that, and I can take out my quantities and everything accordingly, right? So I have different options available to play with. And finally, the common data environment. So all it's possible with the robust common data environment and the IT infra. So all stakeholders can work seamlessly. In this particular project, the stakeholders from all across the world. So now you see where is the issue, right? I've been using Beam since 2009, but yet to see a successful project. I have seen a project closer, project come close, but I've never seen a project that got the 5-star rating. So collaboration, let's look at the barriers to BIM. As you can see here, I've given these 6 different barriers. So technical, people, education and training, legal, work practices and process, and commercial. These are the six biggest barrier of BIM implementation in the eco industry, which we need to solve in order to make IDD possible. And how you can make it possible, from my entire experience I can say that ironically beam is going to give you a collaboration. I mean, people generally say that beam is going to give you a collaboration, and I would say that beam will not going to give you a collaboration until you have a firm contract later in place. So client should drive the collaboration. As I said, client is the main key holder who should drive the entire collaboration process. And if you have a client, that will drive the process, then it gets success. If clients step back and thinks that the contract is going to drive collaboration, good luck. See you at the another end. Okay, so it has to be lead by the client for sure. And I firmly believe that early contractor involvement is equally necessary, because the contractor is the one who is going to build the building. I not the designer. Designer do a beautiful designs, right? But the contractor know how to execute it. And EIR, in employers information requirement, the document should be clearly based on objectives. What you want to achieve should be there at the start of the projects. Design consultancy contracts, as written here, the IDD process to produce coordinated constructible detailed drawing schedules, quantities, and taking through all the stages of the building. It's necessary that the contracts are in place. Key challenges, to wrap up, we have serious problem in our industry. We don't develop enough people. So the biggest problem is we do not have a developed as well as experienced people on these technologies. So I call it people, process, and technology. When we thought about beam, people generally talks about high-end PCs, high-end infrastructure. That is the 6% of the problem. But the 60% of the problem is experience and trained BIM project manpower. So training and development is the biggest need right now. And we have listed down the few core areas where the training is needed. So digital engineering and education, project onboarding, process skills and training, self-learning, peer-to-peer sharing, and online platforms and discussion forums for all to share their experience and learn from that. So here are my closing thoughts for your consideration. I'm going to leave you with three thoughts. We three thoughts, to do things. We all want to do things faster, better, and smarter. So first is contract. So behavioral mindset is the most important part to leverage and to work with. The second one is training. As I said, training and live workshop. This is the necessary tool for knowledge transfer and knowledge sharing. And the third one is, to unlock the potential of IDD, we need an investor, designer, suppliers, all to work collaboratively on one project, and with the locking contract of multiple years, so they have the same experience, they can implement one on another projects, and everybody can learn from their experiences. So I will leave you with my favorite catchphrase. Regardless of what we all discuss, regardless of what contracts we have, regardless of what technology we use, it will get built, right? The only question is how many lawyers will take to finish the agreements. That's it for guys. Thank you all very much. I look forward to your question and answer. Thank you.